everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Bucs are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a Niners offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Schmidt. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
10 yards to go on third. Off play action. Schmidt steps away to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the D looking like they may blitz. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Let's go now. Wait. Easy. He's ready. Blue way.
Play action now. Winston. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he is knocked down from the side. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now they go end around with Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll toss it to Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Oh, Jameis Winston still down. Must have been shaken up there on the last play. Let's hope he's okay. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. In the red zone this time.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, Savage. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Avery Williamson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit! Switch.
Here's Savage now on second. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Savage now. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And tough starting field position here. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Defense showing blitz. Back to throw now on second and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
third down. Schmidt. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw on second down, Schmidt. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So completion on second down, that brings up third. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Savage. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Second and 10, Savage. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Fournette, a first down carry. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Savage goes underneath to Martin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schmidt. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards. Savage. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First down, a run with Hyde. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards. Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schmidt. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down. On 1st and 10, Schmidt. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And I think the ball's out, and the Buccaneers have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Back out of penalty. Here we go.
Play action. It's Savage. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Switch up. Over. Gun. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Here we go. 3-19.
To throw on second down is Savage. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
First down, here's the run with Martin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Detroit.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
3-19.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Let's go.
Savage from the shotgun snap. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go now. Green.
The first down throw coming. Savage trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? They play all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
He's going to air one out. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. Schmidt. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Schmidt finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now a first down following that long gain. Operating from the gun, Schmidt. Man open left side, it's Williams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front, as we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C., and the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Avery Williamson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, here's Savage. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go.
Here's a give to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Savage from the 50. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Got four down. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Savage. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like?
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. William Golston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On second down, Hyde. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down, Schmidt. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 85 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, Savage. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive. Schmidt, they've got his man complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Hyde running right, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run it again with Hyde. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run. Hyde. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They try again with Hyde. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Schmidt, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Schmidt. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Morris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Schmidt. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. From the end zone, Savage. Walford's got it, complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On third down, Fournette. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing again. Schmidt. Buying time to his left. They find some open field here. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the D looking like they may blitz. They're going to run it with their receiver, Evans. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. The play clock's running down. Throwing on 3rd down, it's Savage. Being chased out left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what is it, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. Right?
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now.
To throw again. Schmidt. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Schmidt. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Here we go now.
Savage is going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, Schmidt flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down, Schmidt. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Schmidt. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They'll try and run it in with Hyde. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. On 1st and 10, Schmidt, he's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing again. Schmidt. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Looking to throw. Schmidt, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schmidt, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again, it's Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bucs, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.